Hi girls and their cats, and welcome to my apartment. Hi, I'm Monica and this is Simone. I have two cats. Pablo's over there because he's a shy boy. Sibs, oh god, come back baby. Well, we'll try again later.
How did you and your cats meet?
I got both of them in 2020, the height of the pandemic, and I got Pablo because my therapist was like, maybe you need an emotional support animal. I was also going through law school and I was like, what a great idea. Because I grew up with animals and I knew that I wanted a cat because a dog was just too much responsibility. And it was the very last place I went the day before the city of San Francisco, which is where I was back then, shut down. And we just looked at each other and it was just, you just feel it, you know? And so that was it. Like that day, Pablo came home and we've been inseparable ever since. But he did give me a scare because the very next day, I woke up and he was covered in blood and I didn't know what was going on. I'm a first-time cat owner, so I went back to the rescue place where I got him from and everything was in chaos because the city was shutting down. And so the man just looks at me and he's like, well, I don't know if a vet is gonna be here, but you can just return him. And I was like, he's not a sweater. And I didn't even have a real cat carrier yet. He was still in his little cardboard box and I had to take him to this like private animal hospital. He needed stitches. I guess he had been in a fight because he's a long hair boy. Like they just hadn't seen it. The abscess must have popped in the night, but he got stitches. He had to get a little collar. He was on antibiotics and he had ear mites. Like there were a lot of things.
That's such a traumatizing first night though.
Oh, it was terrible. But ever since, Pablo has trusted me ride or die. Simone was later on in the year because I started to get a little bit more into my studies, so I didn't have as much time to spend with Pablo, and I wanted him to play. He was like sleeping a lot, which like cats do, but I don't think that he was getting enough exercise, so I was like, yeah, let's get another one. And Simone was actually total opposite. The very first place I went into like the kitten den, and I crouched down, and she just plopped right into my lap. And I was like, oh, okay. And I like would put her down and like turn around and try to see what the other kittens were like. And then I would look down and she was there again. And I was like, I guess we belong together. She definitely has more of my personality than Pablo. Like we're more alike in that way.
Talkative.
Yep, we're yappers. She's very particular. She has like niche interests and hobbies. She likes things to be done a certain way, and she just loves spending time with her mom. And then in the summertime, I open the window and I put the bird feeder there, and so she like pretend hunts the birds that arrive.
And Pablo?
Pablo, he's incredible at telling when somebody is sad. Not just me, which like, yeah, that makes sense. My pets are, you know, in tune with me. But when my friends come over and they're sad, then the cats like assemble. Pablo and Simone, they have namesakes. Pablo Picatsso and Simone de Meowvoire. And the reason is I used to watercolor a lot more. He just like loved getting into the paints. Simone de Meowvoire, because she's got that like strong personality, you know? She's like, I know what I want, I know what I deserve, and I'm gonna do what I need to do to get it. I like to make up little songs for them.
Can we get a sample?
I feel like I'm really playing into the like cat lady stereotype right now, but I don't care.
This is a safe space.
Yeah. Pablo's is more alternative, like him. So Pablo's like, my name is Pablo. I'm a figgity diablo. I'm a Pablo. And then like we mosh together. This is Simone's. My name is Simone and I have a good home, but I cause trouble, yeah, on the double, yeah.
Oh, that has a good beat. I was getting into that. Okay.
I say that she likes attention even if it's negative, you know? She's always jumping in front of my computer when I'm on calls. One time when I had to give a final oral argument in law school, so it was like timed. I'm a yapper, so I was already struggling for time. She climbed my body and like wrapped herself around like a scarf and I just kept going. That was my first oral argument experience. I just had a cat scarf.
Did you say you were a cat person before them?
No, they're my first cats.
Oh, they're your first cats.
Yeah.
Okay. Did anything surprise you about living with a cat?
All of the dusting that you have to do. A girl and her cats living in one enclosed space. All I do is like vacuum and lint roll and like dust. There's a lot of hair everywhere.
They're still clean though.
Yeah, they are. I didn't know that there were so many plants that are toxic to cats.
That is a great point.
And I had to give up my favorite plant, but I got it in a fake version.
What?
Fiddle fig.
Fiddle fig?
Yeah.
I didn't know. Do you have a controversial cat opinion?
Yes.
Care to share?
Okay, so hear me out. We just have to like dispose of our emotional connection to one item of furniture. I think we just have to say one item of furniture when you own a cat is going to get ruined, and that's that. And it's whatever they pick. Maybe they pick your most expensive couch that you got from West Elm. But if you let them do it and get ample scratchers, you're fine.
I think the takeaway there is you can't have nice things.
Yeah.
You have cats?
Yeah.
Do you have any cat art?
There's this beautiful little sketch of Pablo that my former partner's cousin made for us, Sydney Hull. She's actually an aspiring artist. And then I have all of these like cat butt magnets. I have a lot of stickers of Pablo. I like to keep this picture of Pablo and Simone here because it's my favorite picture ever. I got this bottle of wine from like a random wine place upstate. The wine was terrible. I had a sip, I threw it out, but I kept the bottle because obviously.
It's so worth it for the bottle.
Yeah. I have this mug of Pablo. I don't know where I got this from. Dishwasher safe, so. I keep my Palo Santo and sage here, and of course, Pablo and Simone, my little guardians. I love these. I've actually gotten these for all of my cat owning friends. Technically, they're incense holders, so if you like incense, you can do that. During the pandemic, everyone picked up a new weird hobby. My friend started doing pet bandanas. It was short-lived because she did not continue long enough to make me one for Simone. I got this as a gift from my grandpa. It's a little Mexican curio from Querétaro, and I just think it's so cute, like a cat mommy and a cat baby. I just love that he sees cats, big or small, and thinks of me. And then over here, I have two more little like Mexican handicrafts of cats, and I like to keep these near my home office setup so that they're always encouraging me when I'm stressed, and they're just really cute. So this is something that I wear when I'm traveling. It's not like very fancy or anything, but I miss them so much. It's just a little locket with that picture of them.
I love that.
It's so lame, but like you're away from them for 2 days and you're thinking, what are they doing? I hope they're okay. I hope they're not scared. A t-shirt with Simone. Doesn't that look exactly like her?
Nailed it. That's so perfect.
I collect pins. This one of a cat being abducted into space. So I have 2 tattoos, one of each of my cats, or that represents each of my cats. This is Simone because she's a little devil child. And this one's Pablo because he's a shy boy. I got this as a gift from one of my friends because we've all had a Zoom faux pas. The fact that his was so cute is just, he's one of the lucky ones.
Where do you keep your litter box?
Yes, so the babies are so stinky that they get their own bathroom. This is their bathroom.
Wow.
It's like a self-cleaning litter box, and it's supposed to be sensor operated. So whenever there's a new bombshell that's entered the villa, then it's supposed to go off. But in terms of like handling the litter, it's really nice. I do this once a week. You take out the tray. Pet Safe is the brand. Use this to cover up the old tray, and then you just toss it, and then you just empty this in there. And so I do that once a week.
Do they track litter all over the house?
Yes. But that's only because of Pablo's poop jumps.
Yeah.
You know, he gets shy, he jumps, and then he's like running around. So that's why the shower has been really great to keep it, because it's like a contained space, so it does sort of help, but unfortunately there's no fix. This is my bathroom. There's like this little nook right here. If I have guests, then I'll empty out and clean out thoroughly that bathroom so that they can use it. And then me and Pablo and Simone will just use this bathroom. So I'll move it over here. So that's another thing about that one. It's just really easy to like transport because the trays are disposable. And it is kind of like really cute. Whenever we're sharing the bathroom, not only will the cats come in here, they'll use it as well. Big happy family. Simone loves to scratch. And so I try to put 1 or 2 in every room so that she has no excuse, you know, although she does love scratching like the bottom of the bed frame and looking me dead in the eye. This scratcher is like the oldest one I have, as you can probably tell. This is a really special like cat bed for me because it's the one that I got with Pablo when I adopted him. And I would put it next to me when I was studying. I used to have it even in my office there, but they kind of like it here because it's like protected, you know? So Pablo will get up here, Simone will get it down there. So I just keep it in here so that they have somewhere to lounge. But this is the fake fiddle fig.
Oh, nice.
I have been looking for a good water fountain for forever. The last one that they had so many issues. So then I finally just bit the bullet, tried another one, and I really like this one. It'll make strange noises when it's empty, but that's good because then you realize sooner rather than later that it needs a refill. And the automatic feeder is amazing because I'm usually in the office, or if I go out in the evening, I can trust that they're gonna get fed. This one goes off twice a day. They have breakfast at 6:30 a.m. every single day and dinner at 6:30 p.m. every single day. If I'm home, I'll give them a wet food topper, and then if I get here a little bit later, then I'll just give them their little wet food dollop when I get back. It is voice activated, and leaning into the crazy cat lady stereotype once more, I'll play it for you.
Yes, absolutely.
Pablo, Simone, food time, babies.
He's very afraid of tall men. His other hiding spot is under the bed, but up there he feels unreachable. So I just kind of let him do his thing with it.
And what do you call it?
Apartment 2.5. He's like, girls aren't invited up here. I'll push this chair in and then I'll put my yoga mat out here, and Simone loves the yoga mat. So I was like, oh, maybe if I get her own yoga studio, she'll stop climbing up my mat. No. Pablo uses this yoga studio more than Simone, and she still claws up my mat. So. I love this one. I love cacti, so I thought, why not get one for them as well? This is Pablo's couch, and he has his little throw blanket. He loves rubber ducks. I don't know why, he just loves them. Every time I go on a trip or something, I get him a duck, and then he'll destroy it, shortly thereafter. He just loves them. A little bed for Simone, so normally if I'm here, reading or lounging, they're both here. We're just having good family time. This is one of their favorite perches. They like to move with the sun, obviously. Simone has her own little bed. I put a blanket because in the winter, I feel like it's kind of drafty, but I don't know if she likes it that much. What she does love is this blanket, which is larger than life. My sister gave this to me as a gift. She hand braided it, and I don't know what it was, but from the moment this blanket has entered our possession, it's Simone's. Always have to leave it in a nest position so that she can cuddle up into it. I make her forts with it sometimes, and that's her favorite play activity. When she was little, she would even kind of suckle it, which I don't know, whatever, just let her be. And this is where I keep Simone's toys. She really loves this mat, and whenever I need to take a long call, it's longer than 30 minutes, I will leave it out so that she can entertain herself. She likes to fight it. It used to be in way better condition, so that's how you know she really does like it. She really also likes champagne tops, not the cork, but the top. And she likes to play goalie with them. So she'll stand at the end of the hallway and I'll throw it to her. Oh, she loves these little balls too. Where'd she go? Ready, miss? We're going this way. This is where I keep all of their stuff. This is the food that I use for both of them. It's hairball control for adults, indoor, science diet, pills. Chicken only because Simone does not like anything other than chicken. Same thing, the science hill for adults, dry food. With everything going on in life, I started this project when I was studying for the bar exam. I have a to-go bag. I have all of the things that you would need to make it from here to my parents' house, which is in Michigan, so lots of fresh water, for 2 people, 2 cats. These are heat blankets, and I got one to construct a little fort for the cats. This bear bell, so that I could put it around the cats, if they get lost or something.
But what if it's a quiet place and they have to be quiet?
Simone and I are dead immediately. Luckily, these cats are really young, and they don't use medication or anything, but I have these little absorbent pads. And then I have these comfort blankets because they both got these when they were adopted. And every single time they go in here, they smell them. They're just here always. So they know, okay, we're going on a trip. We've had a trip before. It's fine. Of course, their little like food and water. This is actually crazy. If they're closing the borders or whatever, and I'm like, okay, but they're up to date with their vaccines, we don't need to quarantine them. It's really traumatizing for them because they're just in this big room with all the other animals. No windows, fluorescent light. So if I can talk my way out of it for them, I would.
This is so interesting.
It's
actually
crazy, like
inspiring me to get my act together.
I usually would have like a can of this in here, but I had to switch it out so frequently that I was just like, I'll just grab and go. All right, that's the tour. Thanks for coming.